Puppy. What the fuck?
What's up guys, Big Al's Bike and Auto here. Just woke up and this will be actually my first time seeing my girlfriend's new toy in broad daylight. It's kind of like our new toy. She bought it, but it's staying here in my house and I have the keys. So it's our new toy and I fucking love the thing. We've been looking for one for a while. We were looking at cheaper stuff, but she really always wanted an S2K. Let me take my retainer out here. Here, this will be nice for the video. See, other channels, everybody gets all cleaned up. It's disgusting, by the way. Your boy comes out here half naked with this disgusting retainer in. Just got out of bed, and I'm pretty excited because, again, I haven't seen this car. We bought this last night, and we looked at it at night. I mean, fuck. Don't tell her I did that. We looked at it at the gas station and shit, but we drove it all last night. The thing's sick. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So back to the car. 2002 Honda S2000, aka an S2K. This was a two-owner car, and I know people right away are going to point out the bumper, so let me talk about that in a minute. The guy bought it in 2004 with 6,000 miles on it, and he maintained it incredibly well. It's a clean title car. The situation with the bumper, he showed us pictures. There was a hurricane here in Florida back in 2007 or 8, I think it was Wilma, and something had fallen and hit the bumper, so it was repainted. It's a clean title car, and it's got 103. I just hit 103,000 miles with it last night. Tons of no mods, right? Like, these cars are great stock. It's all hacked up. The engine's original. A lot of these cars go through engines and everything. People beat the shit out of them. Just tasteful stuff. It's got real Anki wheels on it. I've also got the stock wheels that came with it. These are JDM headlights. They got the clear markers on the side, and I have the stock ones too. It's got AP2 taillights. Got those taillights on it. Those are off of 2006, and it's got this nice spoiler here, which the back bumper and the front bumper need to be repainted. Not immediately, they're still very presentable, but to make the car, because you can see the rest of the paint in the car is perfect. This is Suzuka Blue. That's how you pronounce it. The wheels are in perfect shape, but you can see this bumper doesn't quite match perfectly, so it needs to be repainted. It's got some chips on it too from the highway. So we're going to eventually repaint that bumper, but this car drives perfectly, and we got it for a steal of a price, especially for South Florida. I don't know what these things sell for around the country, but here, they're all rebuilt title here in South Florida, and even the rebuilt title cars are 9, 10, sometimes 11,000. You know, just pretty much stock. And we got this clean title car, again, with all the ownership history since 2004. The guy's babied it. The top is a year old. It's a high quality replacement. I forget the company. I'll put it as a caption, but it's I guess it's good shit. It's got a Viper alarm system, and the inside is mint. I mean, no dash cracks, nothing. The seats are in really good shape. There's a little bit of wear underneath these covers. We had these custom covers made, which you can see are very, very nice, and they're the same like style as the actual S2K seat. We have no problem with the seat covers. We love them. Electric top works great. Everything in this car works as it should. And nice, tasteful little mod. It's got black door cards. They're usually blue. We have all the stock parts. Believe me, this thing is in really nice shape for an S2K down here, and especially the price we got it for. This guy originally had it up for over 10,000, which is a good price already. I mean, obviously these little things might knock it down a little bit, but 10 grand will not buy you a very nice S2K down here. He dropped the price a bit. He had it to 8,500. That's when we kind of jumped on it, and went and looked at it. I figured I'd find some shit wrong with it besides what he already listed on the ad, like the bumpers. But there's nothing wrong with this car. I mean, I drove it, I redlined the shit out of it, you know, really got on it, drove it for a while. This thing is perfect. The guy was extremely transparent. He has everything history-wise to the car. Again, all the old parts. He gave me like a stack of S2K magazines. Like, he was an enthusiast for this car. And the only reason he was selling it is because he's older now. and he has a brand new M3, so that's what he's been driving. But so anyway, I'm like, well shit, how do I get this price down? There really isn't anything to pick on the car. So I threw him an offer anyway. I said, well, you know, I didn't think I'm sorry I didn't record it, guys. I had planned on it actually, but when we got there, like, I don't know, I just got really focused on looking at the car because this is, again, for my girlfriend, and I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything, and I didn't want to be too focused on getting good shots in the video, and maybe missed a couple things in the car that would have been important to see, because this is a lot of money, you know what I mean? And it's her money, so I wanted to pay a lot of very close attention to the car. Nothing out of the ordinary happened anyway. Really nice guy, no bullshit, nothing weird. So it wouldn't have been that interesting to watch. It's not like my usual Craigslist people who are fucking, you know, total shitheads and they're lying through their teeth. So we got the car for, well, he was asking $8,500. I offered $7,500, and then he came back and said the lowest I was planning on taking for it was $8,000. You know, I've already lowered the price quite a bit. So I countered back and said, look it, man, all we have literally is set. And he was like firm at $8,000. I wanted to, you know, really try to get it at $7,750. That's what we did. I said, look it, dude, all we have is $7,750. We can get this done right now, no bullshit. It's going to a good home. You can tell the guy was very attached to the car. So after a few minutes of thinking about it, he agreed. And we got it done. And again, we have all the other parts and shit, but go ahead and give it a cold start. Fires right up, no check engine lights. That's obviously on for the parking brake. It's got this nice little heavier shift knob. The throws are very short. The clutch is perfect. The suspension's perfect. This car doesn't make a noise. Everything is beautiful. I'm going to show you the engine while it warms up. There she is, that 2-liter, almost a Vortec, a 2-liter VTEC. It's got a K&N. It's got a white line sway bar. It's all very tasteful stuff in this car. There's no major modification. Everything is small stuff. The car still remains stock, but little improvements that make it better. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out, and I'll record later when I go to pick her up with the car. Remember, she still hasn't seen it in daylight, so it'll be interesting to see what she thinks.
Oh, okay. Please don't.
What up? Keep her tack, he attack. We're here today in my new S2K.
Excuse me.
Okay, it's my girlfriend's S2K. She's holding the camera. But it's our car. Right, baby? Right, baby?
Yes.
Okay. So, we've been driving the car all day. We drove it all last night. It's fantastic. There's nothing wrong with it. Got the stock suspension. I'll tell you what. Perfect. Nice and stiff, sturdy, handles great. Has a short throw shifter with this nice little heavier metal ball here, and yeah, she just wanted to display that for you. And you can see the shifts are very boom, click. I'm not sure if it's a short throw. I think he told me he just changed the knob, but from the factory, perhaps it's a very short throw. Very quick shifting, awesome little car. What else can we say about it, baby? What else has been done on the inside? The deck obviously has been changed to this Alpine. And it's the guy, like this guy, I call it factory plus, right? Like he modified the car, just the things that should have been done that way from the factory. Didn't like hack it up like all these faggy ass teenagers do it by S2Ks. Like he linked in all the old volume controls and shit over here with the factory deck, which is sick, right? Like, cause you know, most people put a deck in and not bother to do that. And that sucks. So that's connected and the electric roof works fine. No rattles inside, nothing like that. What else did you do to the inside, baby?
Inside, I can't think of anything.
The car's debadged. She wants to put badging back on it. We've kind of came to a middle ground compromise of just doing the Honda emblems in the front and the back, but not putting the massive S2000 on the side. I don't think that's necessary. No, you agreed to this earlier.
No, I didn't.
Don't give me that. Yes, you did. You said, okay, it makes sense. Okay, she's going to agree to it. And then, I'm trying to think of what else there is to say about it. It has a full stainless steel exhaust. It's got a test pipe. I forget what brand or whatever. A nice exhaust system on it. It's not too loud. It's got a nice sound to it. Also has, and the tips are very nice in the back. You don't have the little teeny ass S2K ones that are stock. They're like, you know, put your cat in there kind of stuff. Not that big, but they're nice. It's got a K&N air intake. It's got some other couple other minor touches on the hood, but the engine's bone stock. And only 103,000. We hit 103,000 with it last night. It's already got 103.50. So I'm racking up the miles on this thing. It's my new daily driver, right, babe? My new daily. Then we have a giant piece of shit RX-8. And yeah, what else can be said about it? It's turnkey. This car needs nothing besides a slight alignment, I'm sure you can tell. But it's not the alignment that's actually off. This is a very common thing, even when I have alignments done. These knuckleheads don't realign the steering wheel afterwards. Tint the windows. Anything else you want to do to it, babe?
No, I can't think of anything else.
Scrap it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
So now we're gonna do a little photo shoot of the car. I'll get some nice beauty shots for you guys with my beautiful iPhone camera. And yeah, and then later today I'm gonna try to show her how to drive it. Now, Nat does know how to drive standard. I taught her on the old black Civic that I flipped. But this clutch is, I don't want to say it's a heavy clutch, but it's heavier than the Civic was. So, and you felt it earlier. How'd you feel about it?
It was a lot different than what I was expecting.
Yeah,
like,
so
a lot heavier.
she's gonna have to kind of relearn on this car. Also, she's 100 pounds soaking wet, so it's, you know, it's not like for the rest of us pushing it down. It's pretty easy. That's like her trying to kick in a door. So hey, you know what? She can't drive it. No problem. I'll keep driving it. And that's it. She can ride passenger. I can take her car to the show. You can hear it. I mean, it goes like hell. We hit VTEC with it a couple times today. It loves to rev, this car. Like American cars at these RPMs that often, goodbye. Like you're throwing a rock. But this thing loves it. Very healthy car. Very happy with it. So you can get some nice shots of the Miami skyline there. Fuck, what gear am I in? I forget. Let's just be safe. Jump to 5th. And this thing is a giant cop magnet. Great that I just changed lanes on my blinker on. How you doing, officer? So there you have the downtown Miami skyline. That's more the Brickell area. Continues down that way. We're on Key Biscayne, which is an island that's attached to Miami by this bridge. And we're gonna hit some VTEC right about now. Squad. So she runs men. I just threw a rod right through the hood. Okay. Runs very healthy. This car wants to be revved. And I'm not used to that, you know? Because all my Mustang, like you ship that thing at 4,500, 5 grand, it's very angry at you. Whereas this car wants it, and that's where its power is. When you're in the lower RPMs, this car, it's very slow. It's still very, very fun to drive because of how tiny it is, like a little go-kart, like the Fiero. But this car wants to be VTEC'd, wants to be redlined. That's where the power's at. That's where the punch is at. And so yeah, I'm getting used to that redlining, you know, and it being okay for that long. But it likes it, and it's really gonna like it when I blow up the engine. So anyway, we're going to pull into this beach right here. Drop her in a second. Nice handling with that white line sway bar. And let's see if we can find a nice spot to take some pictures of the car. Okay, so with my girlfriend finally learning how to drive her car. Hopefully, we're just, oh, the mailman, I think he's going to be turning on. Don't worry about him. So we kind of just went over a minute ago. She's driven standard cars before. She's driven my Civic and shit, but this is a little bit heavier than she's used to. Go ahead and push in the clutch with it in neutral. I want you to get a feel for it. Push it in.
Not that bad.
Okay, good. So let's pull the e-brake off. Now put the clutch all the way in. Gently push that to the left. This to the left and up. Okay, now no foot on the gas, just very slowly let out the clutch, very slow. No foot on the gas at all, don't even get it near it. All right, a little bit faster than that. Keep letting it out, keep letting it out. Good, keep letting it out. More. All right, it's okay. Don't panic. Let it out. Let it out.
Okay, and now
All right,
what do I
keep
do?
letting it out. Is it all the way out? Take your foot all the way off the clutch. You should be good to let it out. Okay, now put your foot in the gas. There you go.
Oh, shit.
You just started the car. They get the mailman behind you.
Okay.
So push, go all the way down to the stop sign. We'll get a little far away from him. All right, now push that clutch back in. It's gonna buck like that if you don't like keep.
Push the.
Not right now, but if it starts to buck like that, you push the clutch back in. So since we're coming near the stop sign, now you're gonna push the clutch back in, take your foot off the gas. Now keep it in, put it in neutral for now. There you go, that's neutral. Brake.